Hey guys, welcome back to Guild Wars 2. I'm finishing up with part 2 of Balrior Peak. This one's probably gonna end up with same cover image as 1 for 12. Most likely. At least this one prior is probably gonna have some image for battle. No, I don't know how long this one will take. It'll probably be short.
Wayfinder, welcome to the night of quiet breath. Feast before the battle, take a nap after.
Ah, my kind of party.
Come on, everyone's resting.
So yeah, not crowded whatsoever. Quite empty.
That was one heck of a fight. Glad it's done.
Exhilarating, though. Not quite the same as fighting an Elder Dragon, but a battle worthy of some fable.
Thank you both for all of this. Excellent backup you were.
Oh yes, that was all you, Cup.
You're very welcome.
Anytime, kid.
Pausing side with Sorrow and the blue guy. Might want to make our way in before.
Oh no, Malice and I will wait out here and keep guard.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving all the hard work for us? Fine. Come on, kid.
After this, I'm starting torpor early.
Yeah. There's like no one else around. And yeah, I'm definitely taking my time walking up to this because I don't remember how long this takes. And I'm pretty sure it's like not even gonna take 10 minutes. So I guess I will take as much time as I want.
Wayfinder, never has your arrival been so gladly received. Thank you for allowing us in your home, Claw of the Lowland Coden.
The threat has passed. Now, we must heal.
I agree. And on the topic of healing, Waiting Sorrow has more to tell you.
More?
Ah.
Hey now, my cerulean guest. We already know she's a wizard, or whatever you want to call all that.
Little Claw, there is more to say. There's a version of the story that would take me years to explain, but I owe this to you both. Thousands of years ago, long before Or's prime, I was born of whispers, visions and images. I was destined to become a voice of Coda, the youngest the Coden of that era had seen. My Claw, he was kind, fierce. He sat with me many a night as I acclimated to my role. We bonded, but the dragon storm raged outside our dens, and as the storm picked up, Coda's voice turned angry. My reality changed. I started losing myself. I couldn't trust the visions. They lied to me. I'm not certain it was Coda that I heard. I hated having a destiny, and I felt like a threat. So, I left.
I know this story.
Sorrow came to me, and I helped her sever her tie to the mists. Coda's voice no longer burdened her.
You are the missing voice of our ancestors.
I am. And I have regretted leaving my people every day since. That's why I came here.
My people are not a balm for your wounds.
That's never how I meant it to be. I am sorry, Alder.
Air is what I need.
And there's a lot of drama to this.
I'll go to him. Has a habit of retreating into himself, he does. Sorrow, you are not the monster you fear.
They needed to know you did what was necessary.
Now they do.
Wayfinder, back at the Wizard's Tower when you first returned Sorrow home, you may have noticed an air of tension, and the mention of Mabon.
Right. I was wondering about that.
It seems that our friend kept a few secrets under lock and key.
200 years ago, Mabon went to Bavanisos right after the Titans licked it clean. After the Mersat had been killed. Mabon told me he went to hide a mist gate that they kept in the gut of the city. He placed a ward over the isle. But when he died, that ward fell. All of Bavanisos once again exposed to the world.
I was with the Lowlanders when it happened. Even they felt their fur stand up.
Ura mentioned a door being open. Do you think...
I believe they came from the very gate that Mabon sought to hide. But even I don't know how it opened again.
If it's still open, then we need to find it and do whatever we can to shut it.
I agree, Wayfinder. Before any more Titans are forged.
Bavanisos is the worst of Janthir. Maybe one of the worst waypoints in Tyria's history. The situation must be contained.
I guess we're headed to Bavanisos, then.
I will inform the Alliance.
Yeah, that didn't even take that long,
What
but I
to
am
do
going to
now?
go through. So, yeah, story's complete. For now. There will be more added in, I'm pretty sure, but in the meantime, I've got a lot of story to catch up to on this character.
For a fleeting interaction between Mabon and I to become the focus of my thoughts, and one that happened 2 centuries past. I don't want to think of him as a liar, or ignorant.
Did he lie?
I don't know. But he certainly kept truths to himself. I was kept in shadow.
We'll find out what happened. I know that was hard, but it's good that they know.
I mourn, but I can't deny the lightness. A shackle. Released. I try not to regret my decisions, Wayfinder. There was no world where I remained with the Bearkin all those years ago. My visions were violent and indistinguishable from truth. I would have hurt someone. Perhaps many. And he would have never led them southward. The Bearkin of the Lowland would not have thrived as they do now. Thank you for the shoulder, Wayfinder. But I would like to be left to my thoughts for a while.
I'm mostly just taking my time for the simple fact is it's trying to fill in time frame. But it's also nice to step back and look at the views that are provided. And it's so pretty here. See more of the night sky in a game than you can in real life anymore. And it's honestly kind of sad.
You okay, Pokey?
You know, I'm just fine. Is that okay? I feel like my core should be shaking. But if I'm being earnest with you, Wayfinder, I'm fine. Really, I've got a lot of questions, but fearful I am not. My own world is just very small all of a sudden. And in the best way. There's so much more world to see. I want to see Sorrow's world, your world. I want to hear stories. I want to know more about magic. I want to see Tyria. I just need to make sure Pa's okay, you know? I was born when the world started changing. He's always lived in the wilds.
Interesting.
I've heard that tale from Ashmakers my entire life.
I'm sorry. I never meant to deceive you. I'm put into a lot of situations like that.
Blame you I cannot. You are just another leaf caught in the runoff. However, I don't think I can join your alliance. Not right now. It's not for fear of you. Your alliance has been generous. Most of the Astral Ward as well. Our world expanded with such velocity. I fear what may happen if the tides spill past the shore.
I understand. And regardless of your place in the Alliance, that won't stop us from helping you or the Bearkin.
You are a considerate diplomat, despite my rumblings. There are worse examples for my son to follow.
We'd like set it on auto walk and just let it go for a moment. Because I'm also considering what to do next.
Are you headed back to the Grove then?
As much as I'd like to stay here with the Bearkin, yes, I should. I need to be with Mother. Mind you, I certainly don't regret coming. The Bearkin are safer now, and that brings me joy. I'm sad to leave. But if Mother were to worsen, well, this is not where I'm most needed.
Hopefully her cure is just over the horizon.
I hope so. Time will tell.
And now to talk to Melis.
I bet you're eager to get back to the office.
You know it. We accomplished a lot here. I also shook off some dust that desperately needed shaking. Been an Imperator for a while, but after Bangar, gotta admit, I was rattled. Needed to find my own wilderness again. This was good for that. I got back out into the field, got my paws nice and muddy. Didn't see the whole Titan thing coming. Almost a little poetic, yeah?
Did you find your wilderness then?
The best thing about finding one's wilderness is that you're not really supposed to. Instead, you find comfort in not knowing. I don't want to be Connor. Too much wilderness. I'm ready to return to Ash, but I need to be in the field too.
Oh, nice. That concludes the current release story. I'm hoping the next portion is released relatively soon. Because, yes, I want to know what happens next. I also don't want to rush into it blind. Probably on the day they release more, I'll probably dabble in it a little bit prior to recording, so I'm prepared for what characters may or may not be voice acted. And everything else. I know that during the time that I'm not recording this, I'm probably gonna end up taking this character back, finishing everything that I didn't before, which is apparently Season 1, finishing up what's left of that, Ice Root Saga, and finishing the broken incomplete story of Living World Season 3. And then I will have this character caught up to all the current story. I'm working on that with a lot of different characters right now because I want them all to the current point. That way, there's no characters that have anything missing and whatnot and everything, so. In the meantime, everything from Guild Wars 2 with Janthir Wilds and probably all the little side things will be on hiatus until the Lunar New Year event. So with that in mind, I probably will go into playing a little bit of Mario Kart 8. Probably a little bit more Pokemon Unite. I'm probably gonna do a lot of Mario Kart 8 for a little while. Simply because I have a lot of fun with that one. And depending on how long 4 races takes, I might end up doing 8 per recording. All depending. But I will see where that decision takes me because, yeah, I have no idea what I want to do right now. But that, and I've also got to set up my capture card because I had to replace from the last one I had because that one, it suddenly stopped working on me. So, yeah. I've got a little bit of work here and there to do on that before I can start recording with it, and hopefully nothing goes wrong. Also, the God Eater games are up for debate because I'm not entirely sure right now. I kind of want to, but I also want to get a little bit farther in the first game before I make that call because there's so much to it, and it confused the ever-living shit out of me for the longest time. Also, I gotta come up with something to use for a name. I'm probably gonna stick with what I've already used in the first one, but change up the first part of it a little, I guess. But I have no idea right now. I probably will try and progress a little farther in the second game as well, because that one I actually got to a point where I had no idea where the fuck the continuation was. I actually had to look up a guide to figure out how to keep going in the first game. So I'll probably end up figuring a lot of that shit out prior to recording it, and having all the guides pulled up and everything so that I'm not aimlessly running around lost. But in the meantime, I'm going to end this one here. If you all enjoyed, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I will see you all in the next one, which will probably be either Pokemon Unite or Mario Kart 8. That is up as a surprise at the moment, until further notice. Basically, upon the upload, so yeah.